The future of Mohamed Salah is no longer under debate. Liverpool have spoken. David Ornstein has confirmed exactly what's going to happen in the January transfer window with Mohamed Salah. Please like, please share, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please turn on that bell notification for the channel as well. And I know a lot of you already do, but if you've got any hypes left, please use it on this content. Now, the last week or so in this Mo Salah conversation has been very interesting, to say the least. I feel that I haven't changed my stance. He shouldn't have spoke out publicly the way that he did, but I think the way that Liverpool Football Club, and I think the way Arne Slot dealt with it, and I think the way that Mohamed Salah addressed the situation publicly after the fact, the way he played against Brighton, the way he enjoyed the fans serenading him, but put in that performance, listened to his manager, helped his team win a very important game before going off to AFCON, spoke volumes. Was far more important than any petty public apologies that people were asking for and demanding. And it was great here on this platform, you guys talking and educating me in the comment section surrounding this as well. And David Ornstein has put out a really big update in relation to this today, which I think is very, very key. And I want to go through it with you now because I think it's important, because I still think there are lots of mainstream media outlets wanting to drum this up. They want to create mountings from molehills. They want to create problems for Liverpool. Liverpool, just like Manchester United, and as much as we don't like each other, there are parallels between us. We are the biggest two clubs in England. That isn't up for debate. We have global audiences, which means we're part of we are what makes the mainstream media money. And unlike fan content, where typically speaking, we're just viewing our opinions, we're speaking about what's going on. And I think most fan content creators are, whether you agree with them or not, it comes from a place of honesty. Where I think with the mainstream media, it's all about how can we spin a narrative? How can we twist this information? How can we turn now looking back at it was a small problem. How can we create that molehill and turn it into a mountain? How can we take that spark and set it into an inferno? They want that because they want your traffic, they want your anger, and they want the dollars and the pounds that come with it. Now, what has been said via Liverpool have said via David Ornstein, and this is his words here verbatim, are, as I understand it, Liverpool fully intend to keep Mohamed Salah. Fully intend to keep. This is the second time Ornstein has reiterated this, and the third time Liverpool, via respected journalists, have pushed out this information. They want him to remain not only in the January transfer window, but beyond, and until at least the end of the season. He's under contract until the summer of 2027, and Liverpool feel that they showed their intentions very clearly by renewing his contract at great expense back in April. And this does speak volumes. I think their view would be, this has been brought on by Salah and his desire to be a guaranteed regular starter. And that's not something any club, certainly not Liverpool, despite his legendary status, are going to be willing to deliver. And I have to say, I fundamentally agree with Liverpool Football Club on this. I don't think there is a single player on God's green earth that any club can sign that should be a guaranteed starter. I don't like this term when I hear it used, even when clubs are trying to buy a new player. Oh, I'm using this as hypothetical. Semenyo's only going to join if he's a guaranteed starter. Semenyo's only going to join this club if he's a guaranteed starter. To a degree, if I'm sitting there as a sporting director at any club and a player says I've got to be a guaranteed starter as I'm not coming, I wouldn't sign the player. If that's a deal breaker, it should be the deal's over. You have to fight to play. You have to perform to play. You have to deliver to play. No matter how good you are, no matter how much you cost. Now, there's a different argument to, will you get a fair chance? Will you get ample opportunity to impress? When you make a mistake, when you have a bad game, will you be given the chance again to deliver? That's a fundamentally different conversation. So Liverpool are right in that regard. He went, that seems to be at the heart of this, at the centre of the discussion, which Arne Slot said begun before Liverpool played Leeds. And I think what we're seeing here is what many of us thought it to be, an emotional outburst, but one that comes from a good place. I want to help the team. I want to be in the starting lineup. I know I can deliver. Look what I've done before. Give me an opportunity. Mo Salah went about that in the wrong way, there's no doubt. But I still think too many people are lighting touch papers, starting fires that don't need to exist. Now, as a Man United fan, I'd love to see it go up in flames. Of course I would. However, I'm not going to sit here and on a platform where I'm trying to speak about football in an unbiased way, suddenly start to treat your club differently to my club. Because you're going to see through it. You're going to see I'm a hypocrite. No one's going to listen. And I'll be honest with you, I want people to listen to my views, but more importantly, I want to create a community where we're all talking and communicating with each other via the comment section. We do collabs on the channel and even more. But I want to play a video here. And this was Jamie Carragher speaking about the Salah situation again, which I was a little shocked to see, if I'm being honest, after the manager said there is nothing to resolve. But let's take a listen.
I don't see Mo Salah playing for Liverpool next season. The big thing in my mind is, are we going to see Mo Salah from now to the end of the season? Last week, I was giving advice to Mo Salah and his agent, and I'm going to do it again. Because what we saw at the end of the game...
The thing is with Jamie Carragher's advice, sorry to interject so quickly, is that part of his advice last week was about fans being divided. It was fans taking a side. It was fans would back their manager. When most Liverpool fans at the ground were balanced in this situation. Most Liverpool fans were balanced overall. Maybe your advice should be balance.
Against Brighton was Mo Salah, a lap of appreciation, if you like. A little bit emotional, you know, with the cop there. He's probably not sure himself whether that's his last time at Anfield. But I would, if he's thinking about moving on, I would urge him to think again. And the reason I would say that is, if Mo Salah is to move on from Liverpool now, the talk is he would go to the Saudi League. Now, Liverpool, in the second half of the season, they could get to an FA Cup final. They could get to a Champions League final.
What I find really interesting is he's imploring Mo Salah not to leave. But it was the same person who he said their legs have gone. It's the same person who said he throws his teammates under the bus. It's the same person that he said throws right backs under the bus, can't defend, is no good on set pieces. Why would you be advising a player who you think the footballers left to continue playing at your club? Why would you advise Mo Salah to struggle in a Liverpool team because his legs have gone? Struggle because now his legs have gone, he isn't scoring the goals, so he's going to frustrate the fans because he isn't doing the defensive work. He's going to frustrate his teammates because he doesn't do defensive work, but also isn't impacting the team up the other end. Why is your advice for a player who you think's legs have gone to stay at your football club?
Can you imagine Mo Salah in Saudi playing for whatever team he's playing for, watching Liverpool come out in Budapest in a Champions League final? You come back at the end of January, you've got 3 months. Okay, you might not get on with the manager. You'll start some games, you'll be sub some games, you won't come on in certain games. But also, what we see there then, it was nicer than what we saw at Ellen Road. But does Mo Salah deserve more than that as a Liverpool player? He deserves a guard of honour.
Yeah, he does. He deserves respect. And even though that he made a mistake, he doesn't deserve people throwing him under the bus, attacking his legacy, attacking elements of his career that haven't been so good. He does deserve respect. Even though he made a mistake, doesn't mean you need to replicate behaviour of being disrespectful, although he made a mistake. And at the end of the day, as far as I've read, and if you guys have got articles for this that will educate me, send them to me. I can't find anywhere a credible source saying Salah's pushing to leave. Salah's team are talking about a move. Salah's team are going to hand in a transfer request. Liverpool keep saying we want to keep him. So that's why I don't quite understand why this fire is being lit. Again, I could be getting this wrong. I could be missing out on something. That's why I talk about it, because you guys, and I know most of you are very polite and nice in the comment section, might be able to tell me something different. But as ever, thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we are going to see you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye.